Every day, millions look at the stock market with fear, confused by charts, misled by rumors, and convinced it is nothing more than a dangerous gamble. But what happens when a completely ordinary young man, with zero financial background, decides to dive headfirst into this world? Is it luck, skill, or something deeper that determines whether he rises or falls? This is not just a story about stocks, it is a story of failure, patience, understanding, and the powerful transformation that occurs when fear turns into knowledge. This is the journey where complexity becomes clarity. This is Stock Market Simplified. Arav was a 26-year-old, ordinary office-going boy whose life revolved around deadlines, crowded buses, and a constant feeling that he was meant for something bigger. But he had no idea what that bigger thing was until one evening he overheard two senior colleagues discussing how the stock market had changed their financial lives forever. Those words struck him so strongly that he went home with an uncontrollable curiosity burning inside him. Yet the moment he typed stock market on YouTube, he saw videos filled with warnings, losses, crashes, scams, and people claiming they had lost everything, filling him with fear that maybe this world wasn't meant for normal people like him. But still, the desire to understand never truly left him. One random night, after a painful day at work, he watched a video claiming a certain stock would double in a month, and without thinking twice, he invested $20,000, his first ever investment, made with pure excitement and zero knowledge. At first, the stock went up slightly and he felt like he had discovered a magic door to wealth. But within a week, the stock started falling slowly, then rapidly, and as the red numbers grew bigger, his heartbeat grew faster. The fear of losing hard-earned money pushed him to sell at a painful loss. And ironically, just days later, the same stock bounced back, making him feel foolish, angry, and disappointed in himself. That night, staring at the ceiling, he promised he would never again enter the market blindly. If he had to be in this game, he would master it. From that day on, he devoured every free course from NSE, watched endless videos, read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Intelligent Investor, and countless articles about mutual funds, technical patterns, psychology of investors, and most importantly, the difference between trading and investing. Slowly, he learned that the market was not gambling. It was a reflection of human behavior, business strength, and long-term patience. When he finally made his second investment, he did it differently. He studied the company's financials, checked quarterly reports, understood the business model, and invested a small amount with a calm mind. This time the stock barely moved for months, and though he felt impatient, he understood now that investing was not a race. It was a slow and intelligent journey, and for the first time, he experienced discipline. But life in the market isn't smooth for anyone. One sudden global crisis triggered a huge market crash, and within days, every stock in his small portfolio was deep in red. People around him panicked, his friends sold everything. WhatsApp was filled with fear. Social media experts screamed, "This is the end." And for a moment, he too felt that fear wrapping around him like a cold wave. Yet instead of acting impulsively, he opened company reports one by one, checking whether the businesses he believed in had actually suffered or whether the crash was simply emotional panic. And to his surprise, nothing fundamental had changed. The businesses were still strong. That moment became his turning point. Where others saw danger, he saw opportunity. He bought more during the dip, even though his hands trembled while placing the order. Because courage is not the absence of fear, it is action despite fear. Months later, the market recovered like all markets eventually do, and Arav saw profits for the first time, steady, real, logical profits that came from understanding rather than guessing. That small success built enormous confidence in him, and soon he developed his own philosophy. Don't buy stocks, buy businesses. Market runs on emotions, but investors must run on logic. Patience is the biggest multiplier. Short-term noise, long-term value, and every crash is a sale for those who know what they're buying. His colleagues started noticing his calm nature during market swings and began asking him questions. Which stock should I buy? Is the market safe? Should I start SIP? Instead of giving random tips, he taught them the basics he once struggled with: risk management, diversification, avoiding panic selling, ignoring rumors, and focusing on long-term wealth. Seeing how people appreciated his simple explanations, he felt a spark inside him. One night, sitting at his desk past midnight, he wrote down 2 words on a blank notebook page: stock market simplified. This name defined everything he wanted to make the market understandable for normal people like him. He created a small blog where he wrote simple articles about compounding, market psychology, fundamentally strong companies, and beginner mistakes. Slowly, his posts gained readers and his clarity made people trust him. Encouraged, he started a YouTube channel with the same name, Stock Market Simplified, and uploaded short, clear videos without fancy graphics, without drama, without sensational claims, just pure, honest, easy-to-understand content. People loved it. Comments flooded in. "Sir, for the first time I finally understood stocks. I used to fear the market, but not anymore. Your explanation saved me from panic selling, and you changed my mindset." Arav felt proud, not because he was becoming popular, but because he was becoming useful. But the real test was yet to come. A few months later, the market fell again, this time deeper, scarier, faster. His subscribers panicked, asking for advice, sending messages non-stop. This time even Arav felt shaken. His own portfolio dropped massively, but he reminded himself of everything he had learned. Markets fall. Businesses survive. Patience wins. Don't panic. Check fundamentals. If your company is strong, hold or buy more. If not, exit with reason. Fear is temporary. Knowledge is permanent. People followed his calm guidance. Months later, the market recovered stronger than before.
He made a video telling his subscribers the truth.
Profits they
Don't
never
run.
imagined. One person wrote, "Sir, I didn't panic because of you. Today I am in profit for the first time in my life. You changed my future." Arav's eyes filled with emotion. He realized he had accomplished something bigger than earning money. He was transforming fear into confidence for thousands. Years later, Stock Market Simplified became a known name. Arav wasn't the richest trader, nor the flashiest YouTuber, nor someone who claimed to double money overnight. He was simply the man who made the market understandable, logical, and human. His biggest message remained unchanged. The market is not complicated. We make it complicated when we try to chase shortcuts. Learn, be patient, think long-term, and the market will reward you. And with that belief, Arav continued his mission, turning beginners into confident investors, one simple explanation at a time. Arav never imagined that a journey which began with one painful mistake would one day become a guiding light for thousands of people. But when the second market crash hit and his phone flooded with messages, "Sir, please tell us what to do. We trust you," he realized something had changed. This was no longer just his personal fight against fear. People were now relying on his calm. He switched on the camera, took a slow breath, and said, "Yes, the market is falling, but your confidence shouldn't. Don't panic. Understand what you're investing in." There was no fear in his voice this time. No confusion. Only the quiet confidence that comes from patience, discipline, and experience. Slowly, the market started recovering. Messages began pouring in again. "Sir, thank you for stopping us from selling. Sir, you saved us from a huge loss." Arav locked his phone, walked to the window, and stared at the evening sky.